Well, in this week's edition of Herding the DC Cats, Making Sense of the Mayhem, we had a lot of cats to herd. In fact, there were so many that some of them got away. But we'll do our best to talk about several of the issues that I think were important that need to be reviewed from the prior week. This is March 16th edition, 2025. I'm Dr. Ken Henry, and this is Conservative Commentary, where we spread the MAGA message. Before we dive into the herding of cats, I'd like to ask you for a favor. If you would, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really does help us grow the channel and get the message out. Well, let's start off this week of mayhem with the Department of Education. Approximately half of the 4,200 federal Department of Education employees received pink slips this week. That's the first step, I think, in the elimination of that department, which is unconstitutional in my opinion. The Constitution is completely silent on the issue of education, and therefore it is a right reserved to the states under the 10th Amendment. Well, I'm sure that we'll see some wailing, gnashing of teeth, and lawsuits as a result of these pink slips. The judicial overreach continues this week with federal judges spread across the country appointed by Democrats who apparently never took constitutional law in law school. They have created a fourth branch of government, the all-powerful judicial executive branch, and they've ordered President Trump, now get this, they've ordered President Trump to reinstate employees who were in their probationary period that were terminated. Now, what executive does not have the right to terminate employees? And where did the judges find the jurisdiction to order the president to hire back people that have been fired? It's non-existent. Oh, and by the way, a federal judge has now ordered President Trump to return a plane load of gang members to the United States and not deliver them to Venezuela or to El Salvador. This has got to stop. This is time for the Supreme Court to step up. I know Jim Jordan has said that the Judiciary Committee has taken this issue on, but, again, get it through the Senate, right? This is nuts. Well, Gavin Newsom and Michelle Obama created podcasts. Michelle Obama was with her brother on a podcast, and it was horrible. It bombed. If she thought this would be an inroad into running for president in 2028, I think the message to Michelle was, hey, Michelle, not so much. Newsom, on the other hand, took an interesting approach. He invited conservatives, MAGA people, to his podcast to discuss issues with them and how he could relate more. Charlie Kirk, for example. And it's a brilliant political idea. I don't know if it will fly because it's Gavin Newsom. But anyway, that new development is something we're going to follow and see what gives with that. President Trump ordered attacks on Houthi strongholds in Yemen to stop their attacks on American vessels passing through the Persian Gulf. He warned them, he told them, if you don't stop attacking us, all hell is going to break loose. And it did. And the bombs fell, and the Houthis were scrambling like roaches in a kitchen. The Democrats keep losing their talking points. They've been talking about, well, Trump said he was going to get the inflation down and the price of eggs. And well, hey, poor Democrats. The inflation rate is down significantly, not to where President Trump wants it, but it's down significantly from where Sleepy Joe left it. And the price of eggs has dropped $1.85 on average since President Trump took office. These poor Democrats, they have nothing. They scream and they curse and they carry on. But at the end of the day, they have nothing. They want to beat up on the economy, but it's just the wrong thing for them to do. And so now it's tariffs. Of course, Joe put tariffs on China, but that doesn't count. Now, in our final bit of herding cats this week. The big issue was the budget bill and the cave-in by Chuck Schumer on the bill. And it may well be that Schumer has ended his, if not political career, certainly it looks like his leadership of the Senate Democrats is coming to a close. And there are those out there who are encouraging, now get this is hilarious. They're encouraging that brilliant Congresswoman from New York, AOC, to primary Chucky. Lord help us all. If that's what all the Democrats have, they are in trouble as a national party. Well, that's it for this week's version of Herding the DC Cats. I hope we've made some sense out of the mayhem, and I invite you to please leave a comment and let us know what you think. And let us know what other things you would like for us to discuss in this weekly segment.